What really made me want to watch this was absolutely Elle Fanning, because while I don't think she has an enormous range exactly, she usually does a good job and she has a tendency to pick interesting projects too, like Neon Demon, I Think We're Alone Now and The Beguiled. So she has a very good track record and I kinda trust her not to waste my time at this point. And you know what? This one didn't disappoint either. It's a very solid movie. And it's the second movie written by Max Minghella, but the first one he's directed. And he's probably best known as an actor, most recently from The Handmaid's Tale. However, as an actor, he's never really made much of an impression on me. But with this, he has definitely made an impression on me as a writer-director. Because a lot of inexperienced filmmakers tend to keep it pretty simple, play it safe. You get a lot of static shots and not a lot of fancy editing or anything like that. And that is undoubtedly a pretty smart way to go about it. But this guy though, he spices it up a little bit, finds ways to keep it interesting, visually, without ever going overboard with it. He keeps it classy and coherent. But it's very obvious he's got a good eye and a clear vision for what he wanted to do. But not only that, he's a good writer too. Now the first movie he wrote, The Ninth Life of Louis Drax, was a bit of a strange one and I don't think it really worked. But with this one he keeps the story simple and a lot more straightforward. And the end result was surprisingly tight and felt very focused. I mean, there's virtually no fat to be trimmed here. Anything unnecessary was just left out completely. But it wasn't just the story and the structure that was good either. I think the sparse dialogue works and the character writing was compelling too. In fact, what I liked most about this movie and what really made it work for me was the two main characters, this girl in her late teens who wants to be a singer, performer, and this old man who sorta takes her under his wing and helps her along. Because not only were the characters well written, the performances were really convincing. And the two of them had some really good chemistry and worked very well together. And you know what? On the surface, this movie is essentially about this singing competition. Like an America's Got Talent or American Idol, that sort of thing. But turns out it's not really about that at all. I don't even think it's really about her wanting to be a singer. That definitely matters, but what I think is really at the heart of the story here is this unlikely friendship between this young girl and this old man. That's what's compelling about it, and that's what made me care. And combine that with some great performances and very good direction and editing, and you've got yourself a pretty solid movie, one that I don't really have any complaints about. I also feel like this one actually pushed Elle Fanning a bit more than usual. Because not only does she need to sing and perform and sell that aspect of the character, she's actually playing a Brit, so she has to put on an accent, but it doesn't end there. Her character's of Polish descent and she actually has to speak Polish with her mom. So there's a lot going on here, but I feel like she really sold it. That being said, I obviously don't speak Polish, and I'm not very good at spotting bad British accents either. I don't even know if she did the actual singing, but it did sound like her. And yeah, I was convinced, and that's pretty much the only thing that matters. I bought it and I liked it, and the movie itself was so tightly paced too that I never once was bored. So yeah, overall I wouldn't say this thing did anything mind-blowing exactly, but it's very well made all around and I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. However, would I recommend it? Sure, why not? It's a good movie with a surprising amount of heart too. So maybe give it a look, maybe don't. I'm not your dad. But I am trying to sell out, so consider liking, subbing, hitting that bell and supporting me on Patreon. Because I really need to get myself a cottage in the English countryside. And hey, why not drop a comment below or check out another review? I'd appreciate it. Thanks.